This is April 5th, 1994. My name is Joe Todd. So use your name?
Hassar.
Okay. And we are in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and this is an interview for the George Bush Library at Texas A&M University. Where were you born?
I born in 1960.
1960.
Yeah, in The Hawk.
You say 1960?
Yep.
Okay. And the Hook, that's
Yep.
in northern Iraq.
Yep.
Okay. Did you go through school in the Hook?
Yes, I was in the elementary in The Hawk and all the high school. Then I went to college of engineering in Mosul University.
What was the attitude of the Iraqi government toward the Kurds in those days?
You mean in the past?
Yes.
In that days?
Yes, when you were a small boy in
Okay.
1960.
Oh, it was better than now, far better. Because when I was in the elementary, Saddam wasn't in the control. He wasn't the president. But when I finished my high school, he got in the power. So when I was in the college, the conditions got worse when he got in the power.
Why does Saddam hate the Kurds?
Saddam hate everybody. He just like himself. He's selfish man. He like his tribe, his own people. He don't like other ethnics. He just want to control everything.
Were you drafted in the military?
Uh, first time, no. First time I was in the military from 84 to 87. I served three years and 3 months and 17 days.
Were you forced to go to the military?
Yeah, any person, I mean just the men in Iraq must serve in the military. They have to. If they are in 18 years old, they have to. But if they are in school, they have to wait until they are done in the school and then go to the military. But they have to.
Yeah. What type of training did you receive in the military?
We just trained for the little gun, what they call it. There is a little gun. I don't remember its name.
AK-47?
Yeah, just that one, and they trained us how to use it, how to fill it, how to clean it, and how we could attack the enemy. And in the end of the training, we have to shoot on the targets so they know your ability and how accurate you are.
Where did you take your training?
Where?
Yes, where?
In a little town called what was the name? No, not Habania. I don't remember. It was an English unit. It was there in the beginning. Well, I don't remember the name exactly.
So what were your duties in the Iraqi military in those days?
After the training, they got me in another unit in air base in Habania, That's about 80 miles southwest of Baghdad.
What were your duties there?
I was doing the paperwork for mechanical engineering. They have to build some pipelines, water supply for the big unit, and we have to do the paperworks for it.
Was Iran winning the war at that time or Iraq? The Iran-Iraq war?
Well, Iraq started the war with Iran.
Why was that war started?
Before that war, there was some problem between Iraq and Iran for a river called Shat al-Arab. Each country want to control that river. That's a strategic river. They use it for navigation and for many other things. And Saddam promised to give all the river to Iran in 1975 when he was vice president. In that time in Algeria, they had agreement with Iran to not support Kurds when they were uprising in 1974, and he gave Shat al-Arab to Iran. Then in 1979 he said, no, I didn't do that. I'm not giving the river. And so Iran want the river for themselves, but Saddam didn't give it away. So they started the war. And there was some other reasons. Iraq was afraid of the Islamic Shia movement toward the Iraq, because the Iraqi government is Sunni Muslim, and Iran it is Shia Muslim, and Khomeini at that time was making a big movement toward the surrounding countries, including Iraq. So for these reasons, Iraq want to avoid Iran movement, and that's what they started the war. Iraq started the war with Iran.
Why did the Kurds have an uprising in '74?
Well, Kurds have uprising in '74 because in 1970 Saddam promised autonomy for Kurds. He said, I will give autonomy to all Kurds of Iraq. There was agreement between the leader of Kurds, Mullah Mustafa al-Barzani, and Iraqi government in 1970, in March 11th. He promised Kurds for autonomy. And he said, I will put this in actual agreement in 1974. In 1970 was just a written agreement. But in 1974 he said, no, I'm not giving autonomy. So Kurds uprised against him.
What did Saddam do to the Kurds in that year?
In 1974, he used, I remember he used napalm bombs.
Napalm, yes.
Yep. We fled in that time too. We fled to a village in the north of Iraq. It's named Bamarne. And at that time, I was in the 8th grade.
So your family fled.
Yeah, I wasn't married.
How did you travel at that time?
We traveled by a car to Bamarne.
Did the Iraqis attack the Hook?
Yes, they did.
What did they do to the Hook?
All the military was in the Dog. They attacked all the Kurds' points, and they let them go out. They want to control all the city, and they did. The Kurds were controlling the surrounding area of the Dog. So we fled to Bamarne. I was in the 8th grade, and for a few months we stayed over there. Then we fled to another village. We walked about maybe 10 hours in the mountains. We stayed a few months over there in a village called Arize. Then we moved to another village far north by the border of Turkey. It's named Jadidke. We stayed over there until the whole uprising was crashed. And Saddam said there is amnesty for Kurds to return back who fled their home. And we returned to the road. When we returned, I was done with the 8th grade, but they said, no, you have to come back to go to the 7th grade again, because we don't accept that.
So that was the first Kurdish uprising?
Yes. It was before 70. Always there was something between Kurds and government, but the first big uprising was in 74.
Okay. When Saddam attacked the Kurds in 88, why did he attack the Kurds then, 1988?
In 1988, Saddam used chemical weapons and massive gas in many towns, including the town of Halabja. Saddam used chemical weapons because he thought that Kurds are backing Iran in the war. But if there is some Kurds backing Iran, that doesn't mean that the civilians are backing the Iran. Civilians were in their home in Halabja or the other cities. But he used chemical weapons on civilian people, and he killed in Halabja alone about 5,000 people.
What kind of chemicals did he use?
I am not sure, but some people said it was what was the name? I don't remember. But I know some people, not from Halabja, from other village in north of Iraq, in north of by Turkish border. They fled to Turkey. I know them. They lost their relatives in that attack, and they said when they attacked the village, they attacked by aeroplane, dropping like barrels, and it exploded in the air and make a big cloud smoke, like a smoking. And they said they felt like a strange smelling, but they didn't know what it is. But when that smoke got on the ground, after a few minutes, everything was died. Even the animals, even the trees got dark and they all died.
Is this when the Iraqis destroyed all the villages?
Uh, after after that attack, Saddam started destroying the Kurdish villages
Why?
in the north of the Hawk area and north of Erbil area, all the villages of Kurds, because he thought that the people of those cities are giving food and medicines to Kurdish rebellions, the Kurdish fighters.
Peshmerga.
Yeah, Peshmerga.
Yes.
So he thought that if he destroyed those villages, those rebellions wouldn't get any food and they will give up. That's why he destroyed about 4,000 Kurdish villages.
Where did the people go?
He paid for people. He paid for their off-season what they have. He paid money, and all of them went to the big cities to live. But what he paid wasn't enough for the real value of the ground, because they were farmers and they were doing very good in the farms. Each year they have a good product and good yield, but what Saddam paid for them, it was just for a few years. So they were happy in the beginning. I mean, the people of the village, they said, "Oh, we got a lot of money." But after few years, when they realized that this money was enough for the life, they realized that the ground was better than the money.
So, did many of the Kurds move to Duhok?
Yes.
How much did Duhok increase in size before the villages were destroyed and after?
The Hawks population before that movement was about 250,000, and after that it was about 350,000. So it increased about 100,000.
Yeah. So, what kind of work were you doing in Duhok at this time?
After I am done with the military in 1987, I was in the dam project as engineer. And the dam was called Bechma Dam Project in north of Erbil. I was doing quality control for the laboratory of soil and sand, rocks and clay, those things, for 3 years. 87 to 90. In 90, when Saddam invaded Kuwait, our work in the dam was stopped. There was 2 companies working on the dam. One of them, Turkish company called Inca, and the other one from Yugoslavia called Hydrograđenja. They both were working with that dam, and the Yugoslavian company left when Saddam invaded Kuwait. The Turks, some of Turks, remained in the site of the work, and we were doing nothing, just watching what will happen. The work was stopped. When after that, few months later, Saddam called for all people of 1960 to go to military again. And I was born in that year, so I have to go to military again. I went to Baghdad, and they told me that I have to go to a unit by the dam in north of Iraq. It was about 30 miles from the dam, and at that time I was going with some other friends from the dam to the military unit, every day going back forth. We rent a small car. He was giving us ride every day, and we have to pay in the end of the month for him. Then when the war started with the Allied force, I mean the Gulf War, we were still in that unit, but we moved our unit to a big hill in the mountains. It was down by a river in a village called Rawanduz. Then we moved to a big hill over there, and when the Gulf War was done, the Kurdish people uprised against Saddam, and also the Shia Muslim in the south. Actually, the Shia started the uprising first. When a soldier coming from Kuwaiti city, he was driving a tank, and he was so sad, so desperate. When he reached the city of Basra, he targeted at Saddam's picture in the entrance of Basra, and he bombed by his tank. He bombed his picture, and that's how the uprising started. All the people were eager to do something against him, because they realized that he is just a tyrant. He just want to kill people. So everybody was eager to see somebody starting against him. When they saw that soldier targeting on his picture, they all got their guns and uprised against him, and they went to all the Saddam's checkpoints and Saddam's military points in Basra, and they got them. I think in few days they controlled all the Basra. It's the second largest city in Iraq, and they control it. And Shia Muslim, they called for uprising in the north, they called the people of Kurds, uprised against Saddam. We have to topple him from the power. He is killing us. And the Kurds also did. They started from Suleymania, and they controlled Suleymania in just few hours, because the people of Suleymania, all of them Kurds, and just there was some military units in Suleymania, they give up. They just give up. Even the military, Iraqi military, wasn't wanting to battle with the people of uprising. They want to give up. In few days, all Kurdistan was liberated, because the military wasn't they didn't want to fight. They also want to get rid of Saddam. They just give up. In just few days, just in town of Kirkuk, they fight a lot, because Saddam focused on that city. That's the biggest city in Kurdistan, and got a lot of oil. So Saddam focused on that city, and he took all his special units, special guards, whatever they called, Republican guards. He moved to Kirkuk to just protect Kirkuk. The Kurds controlled Kirkuk for a few days. They fight for Kirkuk. It was a big victory for them to control Kirkuk. It was the first time in the history to control that city. It was very, very big victory, but after a few days, Saddam took more of his Republican Guard, and he regained Kirkuk. And now he is controlling Kirkuk, Saddam. But the Kurds now controlling Erbil, Suleymania, Dahor. In that time, we had to flee to Turkey when he bombed our city, Dahor.
What happened?
In March 91, when the Dahok was liberated by Kurdish rebellion, and after Saddam regained control of Kirkuk, he focused on the other cities, and he started bombing Dahok.
What did they use to bomb?
Just regular bombs,
By airplanes?
heavy. No, by artillery.
Artillery.
Yeah. And he was using his aeroplane also, but there was some Kurdish resistance on the mountains, so he wasn't able to use his aeroplanes too much. But he used artilleries. The nearest Iraqi unit to the Hawk was in Faida, about maybe 15 miles down the Hawk. He started bombing the Hawk, and we saw the bombs dropping different places in the Hawk, and people were shouting. They were crazy. They don't know what they should do. Everybody want to get out of the city. My father have a friend. He have a truck, a big truck, and we get in the truck with another 8 families in the truck. We moved to a village called Zawita by the Hawk, in the north of the Hawk, about maybe 15 miles from the Hawk. We stayed over there a few days watching what will happen. We thought that our people will regain control of the city. But after 3 days, we saw all the people are moving from the Hawk. And we realized that Saddam is controlling the Hawk. He got the Hawk. So we have to go far north to avoid Saddam's troops, because they were running after us. We know that. So the 8 families get in the truck again, and we moved to a village called Kanimase. We stayed over there one night, and our rebellions, the Kurds rebellions, told us that in the early morning at 4 o'clock or before 4, all the people in that area, that village, should climb the mountains to get the Turkish border, because they thought that Saddam will use chemical weapons again. We were still inside Iraq, and all the Kurds of the Hawk moved to that area by the border, including our group in Kanimase. There was another groups in some other areas. So in the early morning, at 4 o'clock, we start walking in ridged mountains on rainy days. First day we walked about maybe 8 hours. We couldn't walk a lot because we had to carry something, and it was ridged mountains. You couldn't climb easily. I carried my little son, my boy Ahmed, on my shoulders. He had polio, and my wife carried the little one Adel, who was 2 years, and my daughter Nirosh was walking all the way. She was brave, and we saw my wife's family after a few hours of walking. We saw them with our group. We thought they were in another group, but they were in our group. So in second day we had to walk again in same conditions. Third day, same conditions. The Turkish border wasn't too far from Kanimase, but because it was ridged mountains and there was just a small path for people to go, and the group was about 15,000. So we couldn't walk a lot in one day because of the small path and rain, lack of food. So we have to stop, then go, stop and then go. Finally we got the Turkish border, and the Turkish soldiers told us we had to stay. They have no idea what's going on. They said, you have to stop here, don't pass the border. we will contact our authorities to say what they will say. So we stayed over there, waiting for the authorities what they will say. And no response in first day, no response second day. On third day, we decided to cross the border because we thought if we stayed over there, we will die in the mountains. There was a lack of food, barely you can get one meal in the day. And we had no shelter, just few blankets. I remember I carried 4 blankets on my back with Ahmad on my shoulders. Those blankets were very important for us. We make like a tent from the blankets, but it was rainy day, so the blanket wouldn't cover all the people. We were 3 families, my family, my father's family, my wife's family, about more than 20 people. And we had to go to the mountains to cut wood for fire because it was cold, and we have to cook something. We have some rice with us, some burglar, burglar, what they call it, burglar, cracked wheat.
Okay.
Yeah, in America they call it cracked wheat.
Yes.
So we decided to cross the border. We didn't got any response from the Turkish authorities, so we decided to put the women and children in the beginning of attack. We thought that the Turkish soldiers would be more kind with them. They wouldn't kill them if they crossed the border. And when we started the crossing, the Turkish soldiers fired on the air. And some of them, they were mean, they fired on the people. They killed 13, no, they killed 4 and wounded 13 of us, including 2 children. We entered the Turkish ground, and there was a small village called Dashtan, this Turkish Kurdish village. The Turkish soldiers prevented us to contact the village people. They said we have to stay behind the village. We stayed 2 weeks in that area, and after a few days they allowed us to contact the people because they realized that all the children and all the old men will die because there was no food. So they let us get some food from the village, but it wasn't enough for the people. So it was about 15,000 people. So in these 2 weeks was the worst days in our life. Lack of food, no shelter, rainy all days and nights. It was rain. And my little boy Adel got sick. There was a small medical unit over there, but they have no medicines. after these 2 weeks, we decided to move more inside Turkey to get the highway. Because we heard that Turkish people and United Nations and coalition are bringing food for Kurds, but there was no way we could get it because we were in the top of mountains, so the trucks couldn't get us. So we start walking another day, 8 hours, to get the mountain, to get the highway. And when we got by the highway was down in the valley. We were in the mountains still. We have to stay in the top of the mountain, because there were many people going through the valley, and there was a small bridge. All people have to cross that bridge to get the highway. So there was a line. You have to wait for your turn. We had to stay on the top of the mountain. My little boy Adil got worse and worse. He was just lying on the ground without movement. He was walking before that. When I was in Bekhma, he was walking. But in that conditions, he couldn't move. So we stayed one night on the mountains by the river, and we had no water. That was the big problem at that time. So the Turkish people were bringing food to us. They were so kind. They walked all that way. They climbed the mountain by that river to give food to some people. One of them came to our family, and he gave us some biscuits, some cakes, and we told him that we haven't water. He said it was night, and there was no moonlight, so everything was dark. We had a fire, but just you can see around the fire. Otherwise, you couldn't see anything. He said, I need two of you, that Turkish Kurdish person. He said, I need two of you to come with me down the valley to get some water from the river. I walked with him and my brother-in-law. It was so dark. I couldn't see my way. I just was putting my foot wherever he was putting his foot. It was so dark, and it was so dangerous to go through that valley, to go down the mountains to get the river. So we got some water, and we returned to the top of the mountain.
How far was it to the water?
It was about half-hour walking. And the second day, when it was light, when we went down, and I told myself how last night I came through this way. It was so difficult to go through. I didn't realize how I did it, because when we went down in the daylight, we were hanging from of trees, and sometimes you have to sleep yourself.
Yes.
When we got the shore of the river, we had to stay again because there was a lot of people. They were by the river. They are waiting for their turn to pass the bridge. We had to stay another 3 days by the river in our side, not the highway side. Those 3 days also was the worst days. We had to drink from the river, and there were many people in the north of us on the river. So the river itself is dirty in the winter, and the people were also making more dirty. So the people got sick, including the little one. My little one Adel he got worse and worse. We told one of the soldiers we had to get the highway anyway because this kid will die. He didn't let us first. Then when we crossed the bridge, we stayed a few days. We got some food. One of Turkish Kurdish doctors saw my little one Adel. He said that he liked to take Adel to a military hospital.
Come on in.
With another 3 kids.
Just a second.
Now I am working with a company that process sunflower seeds in Breckenridge, Minnesota.
What are you doing for them?
Quality control.
Quality control.
Yep.
Are you here in the United States? Oh, you've got your son with you?
Yes, the whole family's here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, whole family?
Yeah, the
Yes.
whole family.
Okay, from this thing here, got the impression that there was several members of the family still over there.
Well, there are not immediate members,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's like parents,
Yes,
brothers,
parents.
cousins.
Parents and brothers, sisters.
Okay. On the, how large is your immediate family? Wife and
My wife and 3 kids.
3 kids?
Yes.
And the one that has the
Polio.
polio, was
Yeah.
he the youngest, oldest? How
He's the middle one.
middle one?
Yeah. the
And
middle.
how old is he now?
He's 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you gotten the hip replacement and everything, or the ball joint? Is that
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. He's getting therapy, and he got a brace now. He got a crutch. He's able to walk now.
Oh, okay. What are you here in Oklahoma? See Joe, or what is your?
Yeah, I am visiting him. I live in Fargo, North Dakota.
Fargo, North Dakota.
Yep.
What's the status of the Kurd situation? Has it's been off the what we say here in the United States it's on the back burner now. It's it's not on the front pages. It's not on the main
Yeah.
news and everything. So
Yeah.
what is the status of the Kurds right now?
In Iraq now, the Kurds controlling their area.
They control their own area.
Yeah, they control 3 big cities, and still Saddam controlling one of their cities. There are 4, but Saddam controlling one of them. That's the important one that have oil.
And does is he still? I mean, I'm sure he's still a threat, but is he? You don't hear much about his violence towards the Kurds.
Yeah, he's making violence. He's able now to get his secret police inside those cities too. I mean the cities of Kurds.
May I interject something?
Sure.
I had 8 interpreters in northern Iraq,
Right.
and they said, when you leave, we will simply disappear. In the middle of the night, they'll come
Yeah.
and take us away, and we will simply disappear.
You mean the other 7?
Yes, the other.
Yep.
And
They said the secret police will come in and take us away.
did they do that? I mean, have they disappeared?
There were 1 or 2 that we lost contact with, that we assumed. And they said, you will have no notice that we left, we will just simply disappear. They said they'll take us away and kill us.
So is the threat to the Kurds now? I mean, is it just as much as it was when we were first hearing about it?
No, no,
It's not as bad.
no, it's not that bad. Now the Kurds have freedom in their area. But the big problem now is the economy. They have no jobs, no money,
Yeah.
and everything is expensive for the life. That's a big problem for them.
Are you have you immigrated or are you
I am
or migrated? I guess.
refugee status. I have a refugee status.
And
Refugee.
yeah. So that means you're in since here indefinitely.
Yeah, I have a green card now. After 2.5 years, I will be a citizen.
Yeah.
So it's another half year from now. Oh, it'll be 5 years.
Yeah, it have to be 5 years.
To explain, this is northern Iraq.
Yeah.
And this is the town of Zakko and Syria. He was from the Hook. After the war, the coalition came into Zakko and went 30 kilometers out and
Yeah.
drew a circle. And from Syria, 30 kilometers and drew a circle and went, and they said, this is now the Kurdish area.
Yeah.
You stay out of here. So this is the area that they have their freedom. We
Okay.
just arbitrarily drew this border and said, this is now the Kurdish area.
Okay.
And you
for,
stay out of here.
for Saddam to stay out
Yes,
there.
yes.
Okay. How many people are in here?
How many are in the security zone?
Uh, the security zone now include Erbil, I think.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah. Erbil and Suleimania.
Yeah.
Are they still coalition forces in there?
There is a small unit, I
Yes,
think,
they're in Zakko.
in Zaho.
Saddam at one time negotiated for a security zone, but he had a surgical technique that he put the border right where the oil field is.
Yeah.
So he had the oil field that
On
they
his,
did.
yeah.
Actually, it's not a security zone in Erbil and Suleimania, but Saddam pulled out from that area.
Yeah, we
So-
told him, if you cross this line, you're dead meat.
Yeah, but the actual security zone is that one by the border of the
Yes.
Hawk, yeah, including the Hawk area, my city.
Would you, if things would improve, if Saddam was removed, would you go back or would you want to stay here now? What's your plans?
If Saddam was removed, I will stay here for another several years,
No, that's
maybe,
fine.
to watch what will happen.
Yeah.
If the conditions improve, I will go back.
Would you go back? What would you be doing?
I was civil engineer.
Civil engineer?
Yeah. So I had a good job over there.
What, did you have any particular, I kind of scanned through because I thought this was going to be this afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, and I hadn't even had a chance that I had a couple things to write this morning for deadline.
Just go ahead and ask.
Did you have any harrowing situations, during this period or so when you were back there? I mean, did you, was your life threatened? Were you in prison or did you have any bad situations?
In Iraq?
In Iraq, yeah.
No. Just when we fled to Turkey in '91,
Yeah.
we had hard time in mountains, suffering from the cold and lack of food.
So is, in the long term, does it look like Saddam is going to die of old age?
Saddam's still in power and he's still killing people.
Is he just one lucky so and so?
He's
He's
a
just a tyrant.
But I mean,
He's
just
just crazy.
yeah. But he's what keeps him in there? I mean, just because
Oh,
tyranny.
he have about 3,000 Republican guards around him,
Yeah.
protecting him. So his people, all his people in power, on of his clan, they are in power. They are controlling the country by those authorities and those powerful people, and they are giving a lot of money to the officers, the big officers in the Iraqi army. So that's the way how he still controlling the
Do you-
country.
What's your feelings towards that? Like I was mentioning just moments ago, that we don't see on the news anymore. We don't read in the it's not anywhere in the newspapers about about the Kurds and their situation. In Bosnia and Somalia, they all have replaced the problem
Yeah.
in terms of the news media.
Yeah, I don't understand why there is no focus on Kurds now. Still, they are their life is in danger, and the Iraqi leader threatening them. I just heard before a few days that he is moving his troops toward the north,
Yeah.
but there is no focus on this. What happened to Kurds? I don't know why. In the media, I mean,
Yes.
I didn't understand that.
You want to get hit on here? We'll see.
Oh, no, I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, and one thing, I'd probably like to get a picture of him and Joe, since that's the reason why
Okay.
that's the connection here.
Okay.
Uh,
Actually, my family here. That's my wife
okay,
and my kids here.
good.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know your family was here.
Yeah,
Okay,
all the
good.
family.
Good. We'll get a picture of them too.
Do you have any, hope or anything in terms of that Saddam will be removed soon, or you think it's
Oh
going to be a
yeah.
long-term thing?
Oh yeah, that's my dream.
Yeah, I know it's your dream,
Saddam is removed to
What?
be removed.
but in reality, actuality, what
In
do you,
actuality, there is no any hope in the future because he's
He's
still
still-
powerful.
Mhm.
He's still in control, and there is no actual resistance to him.
do you believe that, or have you had, or any of your family or so, did they have any troubles with the Republican guards, or?
Right
Secret
now,
police?
no, but they have to go to cities controlled by Saddam to get medicine sometimes. My father, he have heart problem,
Yeah.
and he have to go to Saddam's cities to get some medicine. Last time I heard from him, in the checkpoint when he returned back to his city, they took the medicines from him and threw it away. Can you believe that?
Well, from what I've seen of Saddam, probably that sounds reasonable for him. Where were you when the Kuwaiti invasion took place?
I was in the army, in Iraqi army.
Okay.
But I wasn't in Kuwait. I was in the north of Iraq when he invaded Kuwait. That was second time serving military for me. I served first in 1984 to 1987 during Iran-Iraq war. I served 3 years. But I was inside Iraq in a air base military unit, and I was just doing paperwork for mechanical engineering.
Okay. Sure will.
What's the tensions now? Do you see between Iraq and Iran? Is it relationships good? Or?
No, they are not good. Uh, I think Iraq, they want to to get Iran nervous more.
I'm sorry. Get what?
Get the Iran
Yeah, get
more
Iran.
more nervous like it.
Okay, yeah, get Iran more nervous.
Yeah, I don't know why they still there is something between them.
Yeah.
But because Saddam lost the war in Gulf War, he have no weapons enough to fight. I don't know what will be the situation,
Yeah.
but it's not good between Iraq and Iran now.
Okay. Do you think that perhaps maybe have Joe here, maybe sit next to him or something, perhaps
Well,
to
his
talking?
family's here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Now you're
What
with
if-
the Exam Enterprise.
Right.
Okay. I was-
What have you two been just talking about old times or so, or got anything?
Yeah.
Plan?
Well, I went up to visit him in North Dakota in '92. The situation was, the story in here and how we got him out.
Yeah.
I lost contact with them, had no idea they were in the States.
Mm.
And so I was kind of depressed because, we met the family and all that until I called one of the other guys and he said, oh yeah, they've been in the States here for 2 or 3 months now. And so I found out where they were and went to visit them in July of '92. Then he came down for a visit down here. Because there's no alternative. They were on Saddam's death list.
Was it?
Yeah.
How's that feel to be on a death list?
It's sad. But I know now he couldn't get us here in the United States. If it was before the war, he was with Iran or before the invasion of Kuwait, he was powerful. He have hands in all countries, his secret police. But now, not anymore, I think.
Yeah. He probably couldn't even defeat the Superboy or Cowboys, huh?
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Have you got anything planned for him?
Well, we're going to go to Tulsa.
Yeah.
There's another guy that worked with Nasser. We're going to go down and visit him.
Is he? Another U.S. soldier.
Yeah, another U.S. soldier. And Nasser was our interpreter in the camp, in the refugee camp.
Which-
And I live in Oklahoma City. He came to Oklahoma City, so we went to the Cowboy Hall of Fame. And he was introduced in front of the full Senate. And we traveled out of Oklahoma City and then came up. And my mother raised money and sent clothes over for the Kurds, so we came up to visit her.
Did you receive anything from the Senate when you were there?
No, it was just an introduction.
When are you? How long are you going to be down here in Oklahoma?
I have to go back even today or
Yeah.
either today or tomorrow.
Gotta go to work, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shucks, doggone
I work 60 hours a week.
it. Yeah. Well, that's about what we do sometimes. Anyway.
Keep them sunflowers coming up.
Yeah, yeah. Our plant get more sunflowers from Kansas. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The sunflower state.
Yeah. Yeah, the Kansas quality is the best one.
Yeah, that's their motto. I grew up in
It's
Kansas.
famous for
Yeah.
Kansas quality.
What part of Kansas?
Derby, right outside of Wichita.
Oh, okay. We have some stomping grounds just up here, Candy Sedan.
Oh, uh-huh.
You know all about Blackwell then.
Yeah.
Because so many people used to work in Boeing from Blackwell and Kane County. Yeah. Do you have constant contact, or is it very difficult to maintain contact with your people back in Iraq?
Oh yeah, it is hard. We couldn't use the telephone because their lines are disconnected.
Yeah. So you by mail, letter?
There is no mail also, so we just have to wait until some people go from here visit their families over there to send letter with them.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can. They can't talk in telephone with us, but it's too expensive for them
Yeah.
because they have no money,
Hmm.
and the long distance for them is too expensive.
Yeah.
Too much. So once 3 months or 4 months, my dad called me.
And so, and you have left back there your father and your mother.
Yeah, my father and my mother and five sisters,
Five
two
sisters.
brothers,
No brothers.
two
Or
brothers.
two. So you had a big family,
Yeah,
and they're all in the security zone.
yeah, yeah.
What is the difference between? I show my ignorance. What's the difference between a Kurd and a regular Iraqi?
Oh, okay. The regular Iraq, the majority of Iraqis are Arab.
Hmm.
They are in the middle and the south of Iraq.
Hmm.
The Kurds are in the north.
Right.
Their language is different, totally different,
Hmm.
but they are Muslim, both of them. The Kurds and Arabs they
Yeah.
are Muslim. So just the ethnic is different, and the language.
Where, in terms of the history of the Kurds, where did they originate from? I mean, if they're not Arabs, what?
They are Indo-European descent.
So you're-
They first moved from Central Asia, from Russia.
So you feel like you're kind of cousins with the Arabs or so?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
You're closer to the Caucasian, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
The Kurds are actually Caucasian.
Yeah. He said European.
And they're the Aborigines of that area. They're the original. They're eastern Turkey, northern Iraq, northern Iran, Syria, and even up into Russia.
Yeah.
That whole area is Kurdistan.
What's the attitude of the Kurds as a whole towards the Americans? Are they liked, disliked, hated, or
They like United States, especially the Kurds of Iraq.
yeah?
Because the United States helped them a lot, especially when they were in the mountains of Turkey and Iran. They like America.
Is there ever going to have peace in the Middle East, or does it always be constant?
I don't think there will be peace in the Middle East.
There'll always be something going on.
I think so.
Be, primarily
even-
because of the Israelis, or because of they're just
No, because of Palestinian, I don't believe them. Even they are now sitting with Israeli to make agreements or
Yeah.
whatever, but I don't believe them.
So you don't think that the Palestinians and the Israelis can live side by side?
I think Palestinian will make more problem. I don't believe them because they just like money,
Yeah.
and they just want. See, we have saying in Middle East that some people are with the wind.
Yeah.
Wherever the wind direction they go with it.
Yeah.
That's how they are the Palestinian, I think.
Well, I think that about. If we can get a picture of you of the wife and you, the wife and the kids or so,
Okay.
see what we can work up anyway.
You didn't got a picture of me and Jotab
Yeah. Sure, you got.
in 50 miles.
Were you ever around the Scud missiles or so that they
No.
back during the war when they didn't have any up in the northern part?
No, that was only in. They fired those at Tel Aviv, Riyadh,
Yeah.
and Dhahran, where we were. And he tried to get Israel in the war, but Israel wouldn't come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that have made a big difference?
I think so, because I think if Israel came in, Syria would have backed out. The coalition would have fallen
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
And Israel realized that,
Yeah.
because Saddam That was one of his ploys to get Israel involved. The Arabs would fall apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Bush convinced Israel just hold off. Don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you still? I mean, you still on to consider the threat? You know, now they said, I guess what? Don't use their real names or so.
Yeah. For newspaper, television, we don't use a real name because they still have family in Iraq.
Yeah.
Yep, and Saddam have a lot of security even in the United States. He pay a lot of money to
I
Palestinian.
don't think in United States. Maybe
Yeah,
in
yeah. Palestinian people, they will do anything for money.
One
Even
incident.
A lot
Oh,
of
I'm
Americans
sorry.
will do too.
One incident that happened at Camp Number 3, an Iraqi secret policeman showed up. And Muhammad, who is my chief of police, they put me in charge of security. And Muhammad told me, he said, "Sir, there's an Iraqi secret policeman in the camp." And he was turned in, interrogated, and turned loose. And came back the next day. So he told Muhammad, "Just handle the situation, but I don't want to know. Whatever you do, but I don't want to know what happens." And his car was there 3 weeks, and he just simply disappeared. And I said to Muhammad, "If anyone shows up, just handle the situation, but I don't want to know what happens." So I can honestly say I have no idea what happened to him. But the Kurds took care of the situation.
His brother Barzan at-Tikrifi, he's in Europe and he have a special account for this thing.
Saddam's brother.
Yeah.
This is Nirosh, his daughter.
She's speaking English better than I do. Now.
Yeah.
And she's topping her class.
Hey, great.
Isn't that great?
Where's the little boy with
Oh, where's Ahmed?
I don't think he's come up, has he?
No, he's downstairs. This one, he crashed back out. He's in there like,
Ahmed.
he hadn't moved.
Slumped over there.
There's Ahmed again. He's downstairs. He'll come
Okay.
out now.
Yeah, we probably need to get going anyway. We appreciate you
But
taking
why?
Why? It's because I've got a bunch of other pages to do. I'll leave you here.
You can stay, can't you?
Okay, that was an interview from the Bartlesville Examiner Enterprise, so we'll get back. And we were talking. Let me see.
We were in Turkey, I
Yes,
think,
yes,
when Adel was sick.
yes.
So fortunately, one Turkish Kurdish doctor saw Adel, and he said, "I have to take this kid to the military hospital." He was so sick, and he took him with another 3 kids with their mothers to that hospital. After a few days of treatment, the other 3 kids were died. Only Adel survived. After that, Adel got better and better a little bit, and United States and the Allied forces dropped food for us, so we got a lot of food. And when we heard that United States and Allied forces are making security zone for Kurds in north of Iraq in the town of Zakho, we decided to return back. We rent a truck for 4 families, and we returned to camp number 1 in Zakho. It was full. They told us to stay one night and we will get camp number 2. We will get tent in camp number 2. In that area, I worked with American military officers as translator, and we were doing translation and coordination between the Kurdish people and the military humanitarian unit. We were distributing food and helping the sick people with treatment. Then I met some officers including Dario Cabucci and Joe Tad and Mark Holt, and they helped me a lot to get out of Iraq. We interviewed by a TV crew, and after few months it was approved for us to come to United States. They took us from Zaho to the town of Selopi. We stayed one night over there. Then in the second day they took us to Ankara, the capital of Turkey, by a bus. It was 18 hours driving. We stayed in Ankara about 2 months until all the paperwork got done. We interviewed by the embassy of United States in Ankara and United Nations, UNHCR, United Nations High Commission for Refugees. And then when everything was okay, we flew to Istanbul. Then from Istanbul to New York. We stayed one night in New York. Then second day we flew to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Then to Fargo, North Dakota. It was we arrived on Hector Airport in Fargo on September 26th, and still I am living in Fargo, North Dakota. And today I came to Oklahoma City and to visit my friend Vitat.
What kind of work did you do with Mark Holt in the camp?
He was the head of the translators.
This is camp number 3 in Zaho.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He was directing us what to do, which officer we have to work with. Every day he was getting us in his truck and getting us in the work and distributing us between the officers. He always was saying to me, Nasrat, you work with Kabuchi. Many days, I remember that.
Okay, well, I think that's a good interview.
Thank you so much.
And again, this is Joe Todd, and this has been an interview with Nasrat Hassan on April 5th, 1994 in Bartlesville for the George Bush Library.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.